Scientists were working under the assumption that life would be more diverse in the more hospitable regions of the world. As one photographer on a National Geographic expedition found out though, that's really not the case. While we always knew that, the waters underneath Antarctica hold their own secrets, no one thought of it as a vibrant ecosystem for plant and animal life. It was when the photographer made his way down to the floor that he realized the sheer diversity and number of organisms that call this hellhole home. From sea spiders to corals to sea stars, Antarctica's deep sea is surprisingly teeming with life. The photographer was so mesmerized by the prolific life on the ocean floor that he called it a luxuriant garden. The universe beyond the tiny little planet we call home is a mysterious place. Take the Voyager 2, which, along with the Voyager 1, is the only time we have been able to send a piece of our technology to interstellar space. One of its main aims was understanding what happens beyond the boundary of what we know as the heliosphere. The range of the sun's magnetic field that protects us from all kinds of radiation. What has been found there, however, doesn't align with our calculations at all. For one, the magnetic field beyond the heliosphere is about 2 to 3 times stronger than we expected. That means that the interstellar particles exert an electromagnetic pressure of over 10 times than we previously thought, which is pretty baffling for scientists who need those figures to be accurate to better understand the universe. They also found a lot of leakages in the space that marks the boundary between the heliosphere and interstellar space. Scientists have never had many ideas about where turtles really come from. That understanding was challenged by the recent discovery of a turtle-like animal some 220 million years ago. According to scientists, the animal that should have been at that place in the family tree of the turtle should have had a beak and a pair of 2 holes in its back. Just like turtles. If we cross-checked it with other fossils found around that time, we'd find that they don't align with this discovery, either. Every time we make a visit to Saturn or one of its many moons, we find something completely different we don't understand. Take its rings, which keep getting more mysterious the more we try to understand them. We know that they're made up of ice and rock and always have moving, outward ripples due to the gravity of Saturn's 62 moons. As some recent findings suggest, though they also have waves that move inward, which is confusing for the scientists. They don't know what's causing them, though it'd be clearer in future expeditions. For the first time in human history, proved that everything, everywhere is always in motion, which is sort of poetic too. It still posed many more questions, like the rate of its expansion, whether it'd keep doing it indefinitely, and what does it mean for us. As per recent research, we're not just no closer to finding the answers. We also keep finding things that completely throw us off the path. If some recent observations are correct, and there's no reason to believe they aren't. They're scientists after all. Calculations of the rate of expansion of the universe keep turning different values, depending on how we measure them. If you calculate it by studying the afterglow of the Big Bang, it's a completely different value from calculating it from the cosmic microwave background. It defies the fundamental rule of math and universe, that the correct answer to a problem would be the same regardless of the method you use to find it. According to some, it may need an entire new type of science to account for the discrepancy. As the true rate of expansion can only be one value if we go by our current rules of math and science.